if you're having trouble tuning your carb, or if you're just starting out for the first time, you want to get your bike running right, but you're confused or a little bit nervous and don't want to mess it up, I'm going to show you how to properly tune the air screw in just a few minutes here. So the air screw, which is right here, this little flat blade brass screw, what it does is controls how much air is going into the pilot jet circuit, and that controls your idle to roughly quarter turn throttle response. This means that it's the most important jet circuit so that you have easy starting, proper idle, and good, sharp, crisp throttle response right off of idle. Right now we have it set at 1.5 turns out. And if I start it up, the engine's already warmed up. You always want to do this with a fully warmed up engine because the air-fuel ratio changes as the engine warms up. So right now, it starts pretty easy, idles properly, but when you whack the throttle, there's a little bit of a bog there. That, to me, tells me that it's lean. So, if we want to richen the mixture, we want to turn this air screw in, because as we turn this out counterclockwise, that opens it up and allows more air in to make it leaner. But we want it richer, so we want to turn it in. That 1.5 turns out, we're going to go to 1 turn out. Sounds a little better already. So we'll test ride it quick. I like to start at a low RPM and whack the throttle open. And that has nice, crisp throttle response. But when you adjust the air screw, you'll sometimes have to change the idle RPM, because as you go richer, the RPM is generally going to drop down low. So I could turn the idle up just a little bit. Here's the idle screw. Whereas if you leaned it out, the idle RPM would increase. Then I'd back this idle screw back out to turn the idle RPM down. You might be thinking, well, what if I have a rich sputter, so it's right off of idle? Well, that would mean that you're too rich and you need to go leaner on the air screw. So instead of turning it in clockwise, you'd want to turn it out counterclockwise. And what I like to do is just go half a turn at a time, listening to the engine, feeling the throttle response, listening for that bog, whether it's a lean bog or a rich bog, which I have a video on where you can tell the difference based on sound. You just keep on going until it gets better and completely eliminates the symptom. But if half a turn isn't enough and you're just like, Kelly, I can't really tell a difference, what you can do is turn it all the way in until the screw won't turn in anymore. You don't have to do it very hard, just lightly seated against the carb, and then back it out half a turn. Start it up, test ride it, see how it starts, idles, runs, throttle response, and then stop, turn it out to 2.5 or 3 turns, which is about the max adjustment that you want for the air screw, because if you go more than that, it's going to fall out and it doesn't do much for the actual jetting. Then compare. How does it start, idle, and run half a turn versus 3 turns out? If it's better at half a turn, well, that's your good starting point. Or if it's 3 turns and it runs better, well, that's your better starting point. So you can go from there. And ideally, you want to have it between 1 and 2 turns out, which will give you a little bit of adjustment both ways, because temperature, humidity, elevation play a role in how your jetting is affected. Because it's not just to set it and forget it, although these run pretty blasted good as long as you're riding in the same climate. And if you want a super simple step-by-step PDF on what I just showed you so you can print it out, use it anywhere you go, I got a free air screw or fuel screw tuning guide, whether you have a 2 or 4 stroke. The links to those are in the description below. I'm Kelly Figa from MX Hideout. Ride safe, have fun.